Short, sweet, not overstaying its welcome, knowing what it needs to do, knowing the story it is trying to tell, knowing who its target audience is, teasing a sequel without feeling that it's holding anything back for that sequel. This is a great satirical comedy. Hey everyone, my name is Max Aaron James. This review of the movie The Blackening, written by Tracy Oliver and Dwayne Perkins, directed by Tim Story. We have Antoinette Robertson, Dwayne Perkins, ex-Mayo, Cinqua Walls, Grace Byers, Melvin Gregg, Jermaine Fowler, Yvonne Orji, and Jay Farrell. It is about friends that go to a cabin for a getaway to celebrate something and end up hunted by a killer. That's it. That's all you need to know. IMDb gives a bit more than necessary for the description, which kind of takes away from any surprise, not major surprises, but unnecessary stuff that spoils the movie. This movie is funny. It uses typical stereotypes of black people, pushes those onto their characters to add some humor. Some were not as funny as maybe they wanted it or expected, but I enjoyed myself. I had fun, especially with the audience I was with. It was a predominantly black audience. I live outside of Atlanta, up here in Norcross, and we laughed. The audience contributed in that they interacted most times, almost every other time. It would be an issue, but again, this movie felt like it was meant for that. Especially some of the games they were playing, like you saw in the trailers, they were playing that board game, asking questions. There are some questions they do not show in the trailer that were fun to figure out yourself. I personally started piecing things together halfway through the movie, but I still enjoyed myself, especially seeing the journey and seeing the decisions that were going to be made for each character and what was going to happen. Actually, almost every scene or every moment is driven by a black stereotype to push it forward, and I feel that is a creative way to do storytelling. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I feel like it is, to use that specifically to make these decisions and choices that push the story forward instead of using it strictly as a joke. I enjoyed everyone's performances. I enjoyed most of the jokes. Again, I had fun. There's not much to tell about this movie. There's not much else to say about the movie, and I do not want to say too much that will spoil it. This movie is fun. It is funny for the most part, and I mean, it's something just sit down, relax, and enjoy yourself, and I feel we do not often get that, at least in a good comedy. Only thing I would say I am annoyed about, which again does not ruin this movie, is, that idea that black people die first. Considering statistically that's not the case. It feels weird saying that when we're talking about fictional characters in fiction movies. Either way, it was fun. And they did not really get into that. I just know that's their tagline for this movie, not "we can't all die first." Anyway, till next time, y'all take care of each other. Check up on one another. Check up on yourself. And remember, potential has no limit.